Hey, do you want to know about a model or a framework that is going to help your product development process to be more user-centric and deliver a better customer satisfaction? The Kano model is probably the answer for you. The Kano model was designed in the 80s by Noriaki Kano, and it is a framework or a model that is focused on prioritizing frameworks on how they are impacting the user satisfaction or the customer satisfaction. So in this video, let's also talk about what the framework is, what are its pros, what are its cons, and what are the best use cases that you can have. The Kano model is going to measure two data points. One is going to be the satisfaction, and another one is the investment that has to happen in order to achieve that satisfaction. And this will be represented in a two-dimensional chart. And in order to do this, it defines three categories for the features: delighters, performance or satisfiers, and basic needs. Delighters are features that exceed the customer expectation and provide high satisfaction. When you think about a delighter, think about the features that you release that people maybe didn't expect, and maybe they are not present in other products, and actually is meeting their expectations in a way that they didn't really expect. This is making them to be very satisfied and very happy about having this new feature. It can be a new product as well. For example, think when TikTok came. It's true that not every feature, not every product is for everybody, but the people that like TikTok, they were super enthusiastic about it when it came. So you can think of with the lighters, whenever you add a little bit of investment, the satisfaction is going to increase in a disproportionate manner. So every little investment that you do actually is going to return more and more satisfaction for the customers. So you can think that they are actually following some kind of an exponential curve. Performance features are going to follow more of a linear curve. The more you invest on them, the more they are going to satisfy the customers, but they are not going to increase in a dramatic way. So it's just going to be a linear incremental of satisfaction based on the investment that you do in your product. And features that fall in this area are the features that your customers are going to be finding valuable, that is adding better workflows to your product, and it's going to keep your customers happy, and you are investing in them in a, let's say, in a normal way. And the increase on investment is quite related to the increase on the satisfaction of the customers. And finally, there's the basic needs. These are the needs that your customers are going to have, that they're like just baseline needs. They just want to see this there, but they don't add or they don't put a ton of value in this feature. A type of a basic need nowadays would be in your phone when you're swiping left, right, up and down. That's something that people expect. Investing probably much more in that kind of feature is probably not going to give more satisfaction to your users. So one thing that you have to pay attention when you are looking at this graph is that in reality, not every feature is going to satisfy every customer in the same way. You have to think that this is just focusing on the customers that you think they are your user personas, your ICPs, however you are defining them. But one thing that you really have to notice is that over time, delighters are going to become most likely something like a performance, and performance will become basic needs. And things that used to be trendy, things that used to be important, start to be commonplace. And your customers are not going to bring or give so much value to them anymore. And I'm sorry, I'm using natural light, and suddenly the sun is shining quite heavily after being a bit cloudy. That's probably why the colors are changing a bit much. Sorry for that. So the pros for the Kano model is that it is a very user-centric framework or model. It's going to help you take the shoes or put yourself in the shoes of your customers and understand which ones of those features that you are prioritizing might have a bigger impact on their satisfaction, which ones are going to be more delightful for them to use. This way, it will help you prioritize those features that are going to create more engagement for your users. But also will help you understand which ones are the basic needs that you cannot ignore, because everybody is going to expect them to be there in your product. The cons are that it requires quite many surveys, interviews, and it can be a quite complex and lengthy process to implement. And it might be very complex to implement, and it might be taking a very long time to understand if a feature is going to be delightful for your customers. What are the best use cases for this model or this framework? Well, you're going to use it in the very early stages of planning your product, of understanding what your product is going to be. What is going to be the feature set that really is going to make our customers or potential customers happier. So when you are in the very early stages of your planning or your product development, this is when the Kano model or framework could help you prioritize and understand better what feature set is the one that you should be defining. This way, you're taking a customer-centric approach and trying to understand which ones are those features that bring the highest satisfaction for your customers. If you want to know more about other frameworks and models that are going to help you prioritize, plan your work, I create a list of some of the most popular frameworks out there. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of videos talking about product development, product management, and how to work in software companies. I will see you in the next one, and remember, stay safe.